Live here from Glens Falls, New York. Tape coverage of the terrific featherweight championship fight between Barry McGuigan and Steve Cruz that took place a month ago. But first, the biggest story in sports this weekend unfolds in a federal district courthouse in Lower Manhattan in New York City. With your expertise on antitrust law, we will keep you up to date here at ABC Sports as to what happens in that case, and we'll be back live to Glens Falls after this.
Oakland A's on EBC's Monday Night Baseball.
Jim Lampley live in Glens Falls, New York. Marvis Frazier, despite his 1983 one-round knockout loss to then-champion Larry Holmes, remains a marketable name in the heavyweight division. But here, the spotlight falls most directly on 20-year-old Mike Tyson, whose public appeal grows every time he fights. Here now is a quick update on what has happened with Tyson since his string of 19 straight knockouts ended with a 10-round decision over James Tillis on Wide World of Sports. Since last we saw Mike Tyson here on ABC Sports in May, he's added 4 more wins to his record. In his first fight after the Tillis decision, Mitch Green again took Mike the distance, but Tyson dominated throughout. And in his next fight against Reggie Gross in June, Mike showed the ability to take a punch, absorbing this uppercut before coming back seconds later to end the fight with a left hook. His knockout streak began anew and continued with a one-round dismantling of William Hosea, a 2-minute, 3-second fight. And in his last fight, Mike brought his win streak to 24 with a knockout of Lorenzo Boyd. A stiff uppercut ended matters in the second round. On his present schedule, Tyson fights more often than any other current boxer with status and marketability. Is it better to learn in the gym or in the ring? Boxing figures are divided.
I don't think he sufficiently has time to really get into the gym and learn. You can say, look, I can put him in with a stiff at each fight, and in the gym I can bring in and pay good sparring partners with different styles, a runner, a slugger, a grabber, a holder, stuff like that, understand? Well, where has he really got the time for that there if you're fighting them every 2 weeks?
People today don't understand that the way human beings are structured, whether you fight or a brain surgeon or play the piano or throw rocks at a telephone pole, no matter what you're good at, if you do it once every 4 months, you're not going to be as good as if you do it once a week. It's the way human beings are structured.
The fighters Jacob refers to include great featherweight champion Willie Pep, who fought 32 times in his first 16 months as a pro. Homicide Henry Armstrong, who once defended his welterweight title 5 times in 1 month. And Joe Louis, who defended his heavyweight crown more than any other fighter in the division's history. Tyson believes the schedule the late Customato wanted for him is the one which will work best as he seeks the goal of winning the heavyweight crown.
It keeps my mind occupied on my business, and I'm not off my job much. I'm not out in the street. I'm not running around. I'm not hanging out with the guys as much and the girls. So my mind is preoccupied on my work, and it keeps me as sharp as possible. As many times as I fight, I become more immune to walking and being an announcer in front of a great deal of audience and everything. And as of now, it's becoming, like I say, an easy job. Like every day I'm used to coming in front of 10,000 people, 20,000 people. I'm like, hi, they're all my friends.
The late and legendary trainer Customato was the only real father figure Mike Tyson ever knew. Marvis Frazier's father, ever present in his life, is one of the most famous names in heavyweight boxing. It was called the fight of the century. March 8, 1971, Joe Frazier knocked down Muhammad Ali in the 15th round on his way to a unanimous decision to retain his heavyweight crown. Joe's long since retired and now trains fighters here in his own gym in Philadelphia. One of those, his own son Marvis, who works alongside other members of the Frazier clan. Marvis has developed into a solid 210-pound professional fighter, adding 20 pounds onto the body which first came to public attention in 1979 when he became the junior world amateur heavyweight champion by stopping an Austrian fighter named Olaf Meyer. After only 10 pro fights, many felt Marvis was rushed into a shot at Larry Holmes. They were correct. Holmes stopped Marvis in the first round. But since that 1983 disaster, Marvis Frazier has rebounded with 6 straight victories, including decision wins over able opponents James Tillis, Jose Ribalta, and in his last fight in February over James Bone Crusher Smith. Though dropped in the middle of the fight, Marvis battled back against the larger Smith to capture the late rounds and a unanimous decision. Marvis is not the first famous heavyweight son to take the ring. There have been others with names like Fitzsimmons, Walcott, and Bear, all failures. But Marvis feels this union has proved beneficial in his case.
When you have a father training, it is that tense emotion that you're always trying to do best for your father. But then on the other hand, you know, you always have that encouragement to keep you going when times seem kind of hard for you.
Joe keeps a watchful eye on his son, as his father did for him back in Beaufort, South Carolina. It's a special responsibility.
That's a broad word, man. What you say? Father. It's like, you know, there's a lot of daddies in the world today, but there's very few fathers. I think fathers should take control of families, because that's one part of you. I mean, it was that lady and you brought this kid in this world. So how you not going to be a father? How you not going to be a good leader? I don't understand. I didn't come from that school.
It's a brutal business, but Marvis Frazier believes that working in it has kept this father and son close.
My father's my father. I can't change that. You know, I love him. He loves me. So that just makes it even better, you know. You have somebody that you really love and that you really care for in your corner.
And there is a live look at Marvis Frazier, who has just entered the ring here in the Glens Falls Civic Center. The record 16-1 with 7 knockouts. There are the vital statistics on the young man who is attempting to continue his father's legacy in the sport. Now entering the ring, the local favorite, trains and lives in Catskill, New York, has fought so many of his bouts here in the Albany, Troy, New York area. Mike Tyson entering as the warrior, the characteristic no socks, no robe look. We'll be back to begin this fight right after these messages.
Almonds. These are some of the...
Back live in the Glens Falls Civic Center, Jim Lampley, and now I'm joined by our ABC Sports boxing expert, Alex Wallow. Alex, how do you see the fight?
Jim, in my opinion, it is not a matter of if Mike Tyson knocks out Marvis Frazier, but it's just a matter of when. I don't think Marvis is overmatched in this fight because of a lack of talent. Since being knocked out by Larry Holmes, he has reestablished himself as a heavyweight to be contended with wins we saw earlier over the likes of Quick Tillis and Bone Crusher Smith. He can fight. The reason I and a lot of other people don't think he can win against Tyson is the fact that his style is made to order for Mike. Like his father, Marvis relies on pressure and stamina and intensity to beat an opponent, but that aggressiveness is just perfect for a bomber like Mike Tyson. Remember, as great as Joe Frazier was, when he faced a tremendous power man like George Foreman, he got bounced around the ring like a rubber ball. His pressure style was suicidal against Foreman, and I think that's the case here today with Marvis and Mike Tyson. As an amateur, Marvis did show ability as a boxer, and he does have that tremendous heart of a Frazier. And there are people who think that if Marvis can move and survive the early rounds, Mike Tyson will get tired and frustrated as he did against Quick Tillis. But Tyson is now confident in his ability to go 10 rounds when he saw against Mitch Keenan. I don't see that as a problem.
All right, very quickly, let's look at the tail of the tape. You will see that Frazier has a reach advantage of about 6 inches, which will probably be nullified if he comes forward toward Tyson, as we expect him to do. Round 1 is about to begin. The referee is Joe Cortez. In New York State, scoring is done by 3 judges. The referee does not score, scoring on the round system, supplemental 4-point scoring system if the rounds wind up even, and the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Tyson comes out slugging.
He comes out smoking like Marvis's father, Joe. Marvis must move or we're going to be out of here very, very quickly. Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt.
Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a look, and he's going to stop the fight. It did not last 20 seconds. Tyson goes over to take a look at Marvis Frazier, obviously quite concerned. A terrific uppercut. The same punch with which Tyson knocked out Jesse Ferguson the first time you saw him here on ABC Sports.
Watch the uppercut, the right uppercut.
We're going to show it to you in just a moment. Right now, there is Jim Jacobs, yes.
Co-manager of Mike Tyson talking to him. 30-second knockout sensation. Watch the right hand of Mike Tyson. Marvis in the corner and trapped. There it was. just flipped him right on the chin. The left was unnecessary. Marvis is badly hurt at this point. Uppercut again, and there Marvis is out on his feet. Everything after this is just incidental.
The Frazier camp had expressed confidence before the bout. You wonder if they truly believe that Marvis could handle this kind of an attack.
You see that stiff left hand, that jab that Mike has not shown too much. The jab backed Marvis up into the corner. A second jab kept him there for those right uppercuts.
There will continue to be skepticism in some quarters regarding Tyson's stamina, his ability to take a punch, his technique in the ring. But with each succeeding bout, any skepticism about his punching power has to evaporate. And the good news is I believe Marvis Frazier is standing up. There's a big crowd in that corner of the ring. Mike Tyson is going back over there now. We'll take another look live at what is happening in the ring after you finish seeing this third replay of the very quick knockout. As ring announcer Paul LaFleur announces the knockout, Mike Tyson gives his respects to Marvis Frazier. We'll be back with an interview after this.
Mercury.